Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video. I've filmed quite a few, but I haven't uploaded them, I think just because I haven't really had much enthusiasm for it. But I'm going to try and film a video today, and hopefully I will be struck by creative juice. Happy Valentine's Day! I'm filming and possibly uploading, if I can get my shit together, this on Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day to you and your kin. You may notice that there's no music. I may have worked out how to use YouTube Studio and put up some royalty-free music on it, but basically the app that I use to put music in the background of the videos, it keeps getting copyright claimed. It doesn't matter because, like, obviously I'm not making any money off these videos, so it really doesn't matter. But I did notice the other day that a couple of videos were hidden in countries, and obviously I would like people to see the videos that I post because I enjoy people's feedback. I'm going to be answering some questions which I was asked. I did a little poll on my Instagram, follow me there if you want to be involved in the future. So I'm going to be answering some questions, and I'm also going to be reviewing some small and smaller businesses. I've got very into smaller businesses of late, purely because I've had the time to look more and to look into different ones, and also a family member and a friend have set up their own businesses, so it makes it easier for me to find their stuff. But yeah, I thought I'd show some stuff that I've got and that I would definitely recommend, and maybe it'll be helpful to someone who's looking for something like that. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. So a question I was asked a few times was, what was my inspiration to get into makeup? And it's a very good question. I suppose everyone's got their own journey with how they start in makeup and all that jazz. For me, I've always been really into makeup. I think I was about 14 when I was allowed to start wearing makeup, and I remember my mum made a comment when I was about, I don't know, I want to say 14 or 15, maybe I was a bit older, but I think I was around that age, when we were going somewhere and I didn't have any makeup on, and I've always been a very confident person. And she said, oh, why don't you pop some makeup on? And I was like, no, it's fine, and I don't have my makeup with me anyway. We were in the car, and she was like, well, I've got my makeup bag down there, why don't you put some on? And I was like, no, I'm fine, I don't really want to. And she was like, you've got such a lovely face, but it's just so much better if you have makeup on. Oh, mothers. So yeah, I don't know if that, I think that had quite a big impact on me wearing makeup. I'm definitely very confident. I post pictures on my Instagram and everywhere without makeup on. I've got no problem with going out, especially recently. I have no problem going out of the house without makeup on, a bra, underwear. I don't give a shit anymore. But I do think that had a big impact. But when it comes to the looks that I do now, because I was always into makeup but I wasn't good, and I would use kind of Essence, which is a Wilko brand. It's a really good brand, but it wasn't, like, obviously as good, and the pigmentations on the eyeshadows weren't very good, which I didn't seem to think was an issue back in the day. I was like, oh, I'll just put more on, it's fine. That's not really a substitute, but there you go. So it was actually a year ago in 2 weeks, around about that, when we went into the first lockdown and I was working from home, and Brandon had bought me some makeup that I'd wanted for Valentine's Day. He bought me, let me show you, the Bright Matte palette, which I've had for a year and I have put to good use. But yeah, that was the first proper, like, more high budget palette that I got, and I wanted to use lockdown to just practice all of my looks, really. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to get better at makeup and just use the time that I had to practice a skill, which I'm not, like, very good at a lot of things, so I thought makeup was probably my best bet. I think what I'm going to do is am I going to do the same look as the other day? Okay, I'm going to do red and pink, but I'm not going to do exactly the same. Oh, actually, I am, but I'm going to, like, mix up a little bit. Okay, I'm ready. I've also there's lots of things that, like, if you gave me all the money in the world, lots of things that I would like cosmetically like to change, but I've never had the money or the bravery to do anything. So I feel like makeup is the kind of non-committal version of getting work done, you know? And I just really like how you can experiment and go crazy. And as you can see, I love bright colours. I've come from a really creative family. My cousin, as I'm going to show you in a bit, she makes really beautiful artwork with resin. My sisters are really good at poetry. One of them plays the piano. One of them is studying art at university. My brother, one of them is, he can play piano and ukulele. One of them is really good at like script writing plays. My dad is a singer-songwriter. So I come from like a very creative family, and I don't really have, I'm sure I do, but I don't have the patience to learn a skill. Or stick at it. So this is kind of the best that we're gonna get, and I really like it. I love playing around with makeup. So I think that was my big inspiration to get into makeup, was having the time and also wanting to find like something that can distract me and something that I can get really into. I think I've learned a lot of patience as well, because when I look back at earlier looks, I was always very proud of what I did when I did it. But there were days when I was like, oh, I just wish that like my hand could like catch up with my brain, you know, and just do what I want it to do, and it doesn't look how I want it to. And now I'd say 9 times out of 10, the looks that I do come out maybe not always the way I wanted or always perfect, but I'm definitely always like, yeah, that's cool, I'd wear that out, which is a really nice place to be, you know, when you're like proud of like everything that you do. Although this is looking not great at the moment, so hopefully we will improve. I've forgotten how to talk and do my makeup. I used to do it all the time when I first started making videos. Yeah, we're gonna have to, we'll work with it. Another question that I got was what are like my inspirations makeup wise from movies and TV shows. It's not really, it's like they don't do makeup in it, but I would say colour-wise a big inspiration is Nanny McPhee. Just like so grandiose and over the top. So that kind of thing. Anywhere that there's a lot of colour, I'm into that. I tell you whose makeup, but just kind of just all over look I love, is Sarah Paulson, Nurse Ratched in Ratched. I love her in that. I think she's amazing and I just love her look. It's fantastic. So yeah, that's a big one. I think another like colour scheme wise thing that I really like is really just any Baz Luhrmann film. Did he do Moulin Rouge? I'm pretty sure he did. I just love the colours in that. Romeo and Juliet isn't as colourful, but I just love that film anyway. And Great Gatsby. I just love anything that's over the top. I'm obsessed. I've been watching a bit of RuPaul's Drag Race and I wish I could do makeup like them, because holy shit, they are amazing. So that's a big inspo for like how to do your eye makeup and that. I tell you a couple of makeup people that I really like. Bailey Sarian, she's my bae. If she does a look, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna really like the look that she does. She's a makeup artist and she also does true crime stories on YouTube, which I think is a very interesting mix and perfect for me because I love both those things. Well, I don't love true crime, but I'm interested in it. James Charles, to be honest, I think his work is amazing and I just love all the looks that he does. I think he's incredible. And to be honest, Kylie Jenner, like, I know they get a lot of hate, but I wish I looked like her and I wish I could do my lipstick like she does hers. But yeah, I would say those are my biggest inspirations. I'm not really that, I just take a lot from other people and I don't remember. I'm like, I'm so original, but actually I've just stolen other people's ideas and I've just told my brain that I haven't. Next question, which I thought was really fun, was any films or TV shows that I would recommend. At the minute we're rewatching Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which is, I think, so funny. It's just so stupid and like so outrageous, but I think it's very funny. What what else? Ratchet, like I said, that's really interesting. I think it's like based on One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which I've never seen, but apparently there's a nurse in that, which is like this is the prequel of. So that's very interesting. I think that's on Netflix, but I could be wrong. Bates Motel, which I just found out the other day is not on Netflix anymore, and I could have cried because I wanted to show Brandon. But I think it's on Amazon Prime. WandaVision we've been watching, which is like a new one that's not finished yet, the series, and it's on Disney Plus. I love that. That's so good. Oh, also Makeup and Hair Inspo, I would say, like Mary-Kate and Ashley from back in the day. So Little Time was my jam. I thought they were the best. So yeah, anything like kind of early 90s, not early 90s, late 90s, early noughties, High School Musical, anything Disney, all that shiz. They didn't really do like lots of makeup, but they were always wearing bright colours, and I think that that's like inspired me to put all the colours on my face, all of them, all the time. Yeah, going back to films and TV shows, Black Mirror is amazing and very apt for now because it feels like we're living in a fucking episode of it. You know what? I have got such bad attention span recently, and so I can't really watch films. I can only watch kind of TV series or YouTube, which I've been watching a lot of Steve Wilkos recently. Can't Pay Will Take It Away, Bad Tenants, Rogue Landlords, something like that it's called. I've been watching that. Police Interceptors. Just, you know, like naughties British shit TV that you'd get on Channel 4 or BBC, probably BBC. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of that. So yeah, I can recommend that. And there's a drama on Netflix, I think it's still there, which I would recommend to everybody to watch, particularly at the moment. I think it's always relevant, but particularly now with the divide, particularly in America, but I know that we have an issue with it here, is When They See Us. It's amazing. I won't tell you too much because I really want you to go and watch it, but it's basically about some innocent men who are accused of a crime, and it's a true story, and they went to prison for far longer than they ever should have because they shouldn't have been in prison at all. Yeah, it's so good. It's so interesting. It's heartbreaking. Like, I cried when I first watched it, and sadly, even though I think it happened in the 70s, it could be now and you wouldn't know. I would also say O.J. Simpson versus the People. That's really interesting, particularly if you didn't grow up when the O.J. trial was happening, because I think a lot of us have been aware of it, but we don't really know what happened. We just know that most people think he committed a crime and he got away with it, but it's really interesting to see just how much there was going on behind the scenes that people weren't privy to, and kind of how much money can do, really, I suppose, is what I took away from it. That, like, if I had a big old bag of cash, I think I'd feel invincible. But yeah, that's really interesting. So those would be my biggest recommendations. Oh, also Alias Grace. I watched that a few years ago. I think I liked it. I'm pretty sure it was really good. I think I still stand by that. So apologies if it's not aged well, but I'm pretty sure that there isn't anything in there that anyone would take offence to, but that's an interesting one. I think it's based on a book. I want to say it's by Margaret Atwood, the book. I'll have to check that in a bit. But yeah, that's a really good one. Someone asked what mine and Brandon's 5-year plan is, which was very cute. We have a very, very in-depth plan. I'm a great planner. I'm a shit doer, so we'll see if it ever happens. Apologies, I just had to take a minute because I really fudged up my eye there. So yes, we are back. Initially, our main thing that we're interested in is I have some debt that I have to pay off, so that's what we're kind of focusing on at the minute. That should be done in the next couple of months. Then we're going to start saving for a house. We want to put a deposit down on a mortgage. So hopefully, if all goes according to plan, then that should be late next year, early 2023. Then we've got like things that we would ideally want the house to have, and it's unlikely that a house that we get is going to have those things because there's like a particular bathroom style that we want, and we want to get the garden done a certain way, so we'll see if it has it. If it doesn't, then we're just going to get all of that done, and then we're going to get little dachshund. I would love to get one now. We're going to call him Saxon the Dachshund. Can you even? Brandon was playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and he was like, oh, what about Saxon for a name? And I was like, yeah, sounds cute. So we're going with that. I would love to get one now, but I just want to sort out the house really. Yeah, and then at some point we'll get engaged and married and maybe have a baby. We will see. I'm not massively concerned about that. I think Brandon would really like one, but I'm not massively worried either way. As long as I get my little Saxon, I'm happy. But of course, you know, if I end up having kids and future children watch this, you are very much wanted and I love you. No, I just really want to be in a position where I can give my child a lot of security, which most children don't really have now. Like have paid off quite a bit of the mortgage, or at least be, oh God, at least be reasonably into paying off that, and sure that I can, you know, just provide them the basic needs of a child and make sure that I'm emotionally in the right place for it. So yeah, that's the main thing that is stopping me wanting them, but maybe one day we will see. But yeah, those are our plans for the time being. We'll see if they happen in that order. I hope that they will, because they would make a lot more sense in that order. But life has a funny way of just happening, doesn't it? So we will see. So now I'm just going to really quickly do my eye makeup, and then I will go through some small businesses that I would recommend. So the first small business that I want to give a shout out to is my cousin's, nepotism at its finest. No, she's amazing. She's on Facebook. It's Charlie's Treasures, I think it is. I'll put the name just down below here. But yeah, she's amazing. She makes like lots of little arty things. She made me a comb. I'll show you the things she made because they're so like unique. I wouldn't even know what to call the thing, one of the things that she made, so I'll show you them now. So here's one thing she made. I mean, look at that. It's just so adorable. It's like so much detail as well, like the shells and the blossom. It's amazing. So yeah, I just have that next to my makeup organizer. I just think it's so pretty. And the other thing she made for me is my own comb. So here it is. It's adorable. It's perfect for brushing out curls. Look, it's so pretty. It's just so lovely. It's exactly what I wanted. It reminds me of Polly Pocket. So yeah, she made me one of those and Brandon one as well, and they're just so cute. I love them. Another place that I would 100% recommend is Blooming Unreal on Instagram. It's my friend Charlie. She makes bespoke wreaths, which is so interesting because obviously I think of wreaths, I think of Christmas. But she makes them all year round. I've got one behind me. There it is. It's so cute. I'll show you some bits of it up close and personal. So yeah, I really, really love it, and I think it is beautiful. The cake that we got the other day, I don't know if they're a small business. I will have to check that out. But it was really good, and it came so quickly for Valentine's, so I'll link them down below. The first time we used them was for my birthday last year, and then we used them for Brandon's birthday last year, and then for Valentine's this year. They're so good. They come, you can like order them for a particular day. They come in like an ice box, so you don't have to worry about them getting spoiled while they're on their journey. They just need to defrost for 3 to 4 hours when they arrive, and then they are good to go. We got a cheesecake, which I think is slightly different, but their actual cakes are fine to keep for 7 days out of the fridge, which is amazing, and they're just so good. So yeah, we had, for our birthdays, we've got the Ferrero Rocher cake, which is absolutely incredible, but for Valentine's we thought we'd go for something a little bit different, so we got a cookies and cream cheesecake, which was divine. Really rich, this one, which meant that we didn't eat it as quickly as we would have eaten the cake, because I think that was gone like the next morning when we got it. But yeah, so that was really nice, so I can definitely recommend them. So I will link those down below. Like I said, I'm not sure if they're a small business. They're definitely not like a local business. I think they're based in Birmingham. But they do really good stuff, and it's like a really clever idea, you know, particularly when lockdown was happening. We wanted still like a special cake for our birthdays, but all of the cake places were closed, so that's why we went with them in the end, and they were really good. Right, I'm just going to do a couple of finishing touches, just like tidy up this bit a bit, and then I will be back to show you the finished look. And here's the finished look. I think it's really nice. It's like so outlandish and I would never ever use it, but I think it's really cute. And obviously next Valentine's, if hopefully we're allowed to go out, then I think it's really fun if you're doing like a Galentine's type thing. I think it's quite cute to get dressed up and do something like this. But yeah, I think it's really nice. I hope you enjoyed my reviews as well of small businesses, and thank you so much to everyone who asked questions for my Q&A. If you would like to ask questions for the future, then my Instagram will be in the description, or you can leave a comment down below. The last place small business that I would like to recommend is a place that I have done a whole video on, but I would just mention them again, where I got my extensions, Très Chic hair extensions in Newton Abbot in Devon. They are the best. This is 6 weeks now that I've had them, if you can believe it, and they're still going strong. They're really cute. I have to take them out in a couple of weeks, sadly, because I'm not going to be able to get them refit in the time that they need to be refit, and it's going to put too much strain on my hair, so I have to take them out and then get them refit when they open again. But still, I love them, they're great, and I can't wait to have them refit when I'm allowed. I'll just have to endure the couple of weeks with my natural hair, but there you go. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more like this. And as ever, if you have any suggestions for looks that you'd like me to try, then let me know down in the comments or DM me. My Instagram will be in the description. I tend to try most of the things I have suggested, so let me know if you'd like me to try anything. But have a lovely week, and I will see you soon. Bye.